This is news updates. Just watch it.
In a huge development, a U.S. government official has told Al Jazeera that the second crew member from the downed F-15E was recovered after a heavy firefight.
या खुदा या खुदा
A U.S. government official told Al Jazeera that the rescue operation is still in progress. They confirmed the missing crew member was rescued, but not safe yet.
या खुदा
The rescue team must still successfully exfiltrate from Iran and get back to safety, they added. Per Al Jazeera, the U.S. government source that overnight in Iran, a missing crew member of the downed F-15E has been located, and there was a rescue effort, but there was a fierce firefight.
या खुदा
Al Jazeera reported that, according to their latest information, the crew member has not left Iranian territory. Due to ongoing hostilities, that person and others involved in the rescue effort could still be in danger. Al Jazeera correspondent, and I quote, "So this is an ongoing active rescue effort, but that airman is not basically out of Iranian territory. And I want to be clear when I say airman in the U.S. military parlance, that doesn't necessarily mean a male. The U.S. rescue team still needs to successfully exfiltrate them out of the country and to safety, and we have no confirmation that that has happened," the correspondent added. The U.S. military has swung into action, searching for its crew member in Iran after an American aircraft was shot down by the Iranian military. The Iranian state media has now announced rewards to anyone in the country for handing over the Americans. A state TV anchor instructed audiences that if you capture and hand over a pilot or pilots of the enemy alive to the law enforcement and military forces, you will receive a valuable reward and prize.
Given that the American F-35 fighter jet of the Zionist regime, the provincial police force issued an urgent statement announcing that an American Zionist enemy F-35 fighter jet had been targeted and subsequently shot down within the nation's airspace. In the central region of the country, and given the potential for the pilot or pilots of this fighter jet to land in Kogiluye and Boyar Ahmad province, we earnestly request all members of the general public, including our esteemed nomadic communities and villagers, to extend their full cooperation to the military and law enforcement agencies. To the esteemed residents of Kogiluye and Boyar Ahmad province, you, our beloved, honorable, and fiercely patriotic people, I urge you, should you manage to apprehend any enemy pilot or pilots and successfully deliver them alive and unharmed into the custody of our military and law enforcement agencies, you will receive a valuable reward and a bonus for good news.
According to ISNA, the governor of Kogi-Yulé and Boyar Ahmad province promised a reward of 10 billion tumans, or $76,000 for anyone who hands over what he called a criminal American pilot. The U.S. has since rescued one of the two crew members from the downed fighter jet, sources told CNN.
Following the U.S. president's false claims regarding the complete destruction of Iran's air defense capabilities, a hostile American fighter jet was targeted and destroyed in central Iranian airspace. This was achieved by the IRGC's innovative and advanced aerospace defense system, operating under the integrated air defense network of the country. This fighter jet has been completely disintegrated, and additional search efforts are ongoing.
The rescue occurred as the U.S. military was conducting a search and rescue operation, according to 3 people familiar who spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss the sensitivity of the situation. Israel is helping the United States with the operation, the Associated Press reported. The Iranian military shot down the American fighter jets hours after the U.S. military struck an under-construction bridge, killing at least 8 people and wounding 95. On Truth Social, Donald Trump shared the video of the attack, saying, "The biggest bridge in Iran comes tumbling down, never to be used again, much more to follow. It is time for Iran to make a deal before it is too late, and there is nothing left of what still could become a great country."
Iran's Tasnim news agency has reported that a fighter jet allegedly linked to the United States or Israel may have been shot down, citing images of aircraft debris obtained by its reporter. According to the report, a military correspondent assessed that the visible wreckage includes a single-engine exhaust, suggesting the aircraft could be an F-16 or possibly an F-35, with the F-16 considered more likely. Tasnim also stated that several fighter jets were observed flying over cities, including Tehran, where Iranian air defense units reportedly engaged them. Some of the aircraft were said to have deployed flares while attempting to evade the fire. The claim has not been independently verified, and there has been no official confirmation from Iranian authorities or other sources.
A second U.S. military aircraft incident. According to a report by the New York Times, an A-10 Warthog attack aircraft has crashed in the region. The incident took place near the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical and volatile maritime choke points currently. U.S. officials told the New York Times that the aircraft went down on Friday, around the same time another major incident unfolded. Meanwhile, an F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down over Iran, marking a serious escalation in the ongoing conflict. Reports say one crew member has been rescued so far, while search operations continue for the second. In contrast, the A-10 crash involved a single pilot who was successfully rescued. However, key questions remain unanswered. U.S. officials have provided limited details on what caused the crash and the exact location of the incident. The A-10 Warthog, known for its close air support role, is designed to operate in high-risk combat zones, often flying low and directly over battlefields. And now, with 2 U.S. aircraft incidents unfolding almost simultaneously, concerns are mounting over the risks facing American air operations in an increasingly volatile region.
A major development is now emerging from the Iran war, marking a significant escalation in direct confrontation between the United States and Iran. According to American media, it is now confirmed that a U.S. fighter jet was shot down over Iran on Friday. U.S. Special Forces have located one of the crew members. Multiple reports quoting sources say the aircraft involved was an F-15E Strike Eagle, a twin-seat fighter jet used for both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. The jet was carrying 2 crew members, a pilot and a weapons systems officer. Reportedly, both crew members successfully ejected after the aircraft was hit by Iranian fire. While one person was rescued alive from inside Iranian territory, search operations are still ongoing for the second crew member. In a significant operational decision, Israel reportedly canceled planned strikes inside Iran to avoid interfering with the ongoing rescue mission. Iranian state media was the first to report that the U.S. jet had been shot down, though it claimed the aircraft was F-35. State television in Iran also broadcast a message saying that anyone who locates the U.S. personnel would be rewarded by the government. This marks the first confirmed instance since the start of the war that a U.S. fighter jet has been downed by Iran's fire. The White House has acknowledged the development. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told Axios that the president has been briefed on the situation. The F-15E Strike Eagle, manufactured by Boeing, is a key component of U.S. air power. It is designed to carry out deep strike missions as well as engage in aerial combat. This incident comes amid mounting losses in the conflict. Earlier in the war, 3 F-15E aircraft were reportedly lost due to friendly fire. The human cost is also rising. At least 13 American personnel have been killed since the start of the campaign. This comes after Donald Trump and his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth have both repeatedly suggested that the U.S. has effectively won this war. Hegseth and military commanders have spoken of air superiority and how degraded Iran's air defenses are. This shows that Iran still retains capacity to defend its skies. As the search continues for the missing crew member and tensions remain at a peak, this latest incident underscores the growing risks facing U.S. forces in an increasingly dangerous and expanding conflict.